Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farms. So we are in March and it is a bit of drilling season slash planting season. So we're going to head down to our two small fields and we're going to get some sugar beet in. We need to get some sugar beet in so we can make some sugar, so we do need to buy a sugar mill at some point as well. But we're no desperate rush at this moment in time. We're still after this field to our left here. I can't remember what it's got in it. Did we say it had soybeans? I think it was. Was it soybeans? Oh, it's got cotton in it now. So it has got cotton in it. So probably not something we'd want to harvest. But we were after this field because we do need more grass for the cows and sheep. So quite a lot to get done today. So we've got a bit of drilling to do, which I'm running the quad track over there very slowly. Also, we would like to do some rolling. Well, we're going to have to do some rolling. We've got some digest to spread. We've got grass to cut. There's quite a lot to be getting on with. So we're going to start with getting this over to the field. And then I probably will do the drilling, but we will go take the class with the Julies on over to the BGA. We'll go pick up a tank of digest and then we can bring it back. I think we'll start with this sunflower field, which we're just about to pass because it's the closest, and then we'll run to field 5, but we'll have a worker spread it and we'll just do the carting in between. And then we will go get the rollers, bring them down to 2 fields down here, and we'll get them rolled. So I was going to use the littler field for grass, and I'm going to make field 14 the sugar beet field. I think that's the way to do it. We don't need too much sugar beet to make sugar, but I just want enough so that we can really get on, because we want to start making different bits and bobs with our dairy. We're also going to need to run some milk over because the dairy is now out of milk, so it'd be a really good job to get some of that moved over again so we can start producing again. We also got to sell the sunflower oil today, so yeah. It's going to be a busy episode and we'll see what we can get done. So as you can see, we've also got lettuces to sell. We've got quite a few thousand litres of digest. We've even got a wool pallet, a fabric pallet as well now. We've got some mushrooms to sell. We've got the sunflowers to do, but we are out of milk here, so we do need to get that stocked up. So chickens are all fed up. I've just done that. Cows. How much milk have we got in the cows? The cows have got 41,000 litres, so we do need to get that moved out because that's soon going to shut down. So quite a lot of jobs to do this episode, but nothing we can't handle. So I might cheat. I might just take the Fiat down because I think the Julie case is on the roller, which we will need very shortly. And let's go and see if this is full of slurry. We'll get it spread in slurry and then we will start moving some digest. Yeah, it's full of slurry, so we'll start moving. We'll move some digest after it's spread a load of slurry. We also got a load more manure, so we will need to get that across and over to our BGA just to keep that going. So what have we got planted at the moment? So we have got barley in field 2 and canola in field 3. So the rest of it is pretty empty. So that's good because we're going to need the bale, well, the straw, because the cows are using quite a bit of it. So we do need to keep up to date with getting our straw in. But for now, what we'll do is we'll set him going in the old sunflower field. Hopefully this Fiat can cope with this. We could almost do with another 200 horsepower tractor. Might be something we look into today. Something that would do 30 mile an hour, but it's 200 horsepower. Fiat's good, but it can be a bit slow for these trailers. I had wondered if we get another tanker and run 2 at once, because they're relatively cheap, these tankers are. The only thing we've got to watch with this, when I seem to put it on the Fiat, it seems to do a lot of spinning around in circles because he can't back it. Let's just see if he gets on his way. That's fine, and it's using our... Sorry, see, that's cool. So, yeah, plenty to be getting on with today. But what I want to do, I want to start getting this drilled. Because then we can do a bit of selling and we can drive around and we can keep on top of everything. But as long as it's drilled, we know that everything's good. So we're going to put Sugarbeet this side. I'm going to put grass the other side. And then we'll go from there. I will set the Renault up once I've done this field for mowing the grass field as well, because we desperately need to keep on top of the grass now. And then we'll need to spread it with some slurry and some manure, or digest again, and really just keep on top of that grass field. Hopefully this one up here. Trouble is, I do kind of not want to get rid of this little field because it's such good soil type up here. These fields are both loam, so that loam, so they're really good yielding, and we don't want to waste a good yielding field if we buy a less good yielding field, if you know what I mean. But it's a bit of a shame they've put cotton in that other field. I thought it had soybeans in it, which I was quite happy to take it while it had soybeans in it, because we could have made a fair few quid from that. Right, I'll get set to now. It shouldn't take too long to get these 2 fields drilled, and then in the meantime, if we do need to go and empty the worker, we'll go get hit. Well, fill the worker, we'll go get him filled, and yeah, we'll make sure that we start getting some poo and fertilizer on the ground. Right, so I decided we'd do Sugarbeet in both sides. So both of those fields are now planted with Sugarbeet. We're going to run this back over. Possibly might actually leave it by the sunflower field. Can't remember what's next on our calendar to plant, but let's have a look. So we can do sunflowers today. So yeah, it probably is going to go drill sunflowers. So we're not going to do them in the same field. We are going to do the sunflowers in the long field, field 33. So we'll take that over there now. I think that worker is doing what he usually does, which is gets stuck, does nothing, and then just spins around in circles. Yeah. For some reason, sometimes they just get stuck backing it up, and then that's it. They just sit there and spin in circles. So let's get that back right up. Let's set him going. Hopefully he will do that now. So we need to take the roller over to the 2 fields we've just done, and we need to run this over to field 33, and then we're going to start putting the sunflowers in and try and get it so I'll try and split the harvest up a bit so it's not all on the same day, but I know it will be. So we can put sunflowers in, which is there. So yeah, we'll put some sunflowers in that one. So now what we've got is we're going to have sugar beet, sunflowers, canola, barley, and then we've got 2 fields left. So I did think about doing an oat field or sorghum. Maybe make field 5 sorghum this year. When can you drill sorghum? Sorghum's next month, soybeans next month. I think we're not going to do corn this year because we've done quite a bit of corn now. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Now, I would have liked to have got some digest or slurry or some manure on this field before we drilled it, but I can imagine that's going to be quite a while back and forth with. At the moment I'm just doing pure slurry because we've got quite an abundance of it. Then I'll take it to go get digest, and then we can do digest at the same time. But we've got quite a lot of ground to cover in the next month or so. Also, if we can raise another, I think it's about £100,000 today, we'll probably buy this field, field 10, and then we will over drill it with, you know, soybeans or something like that. Something we can actually do. I don't think there is a cotton baler in the vintage era. I will have a look, because if there is, it might be an interesting video. But if there isn't, we'll have to just over drill it, and then we'll put what crop we want in it. But yeah, let me get this over to field 33. I will probably set this going on a worker, and then we will start carting a bit more back and forth for the slurry and digest, as well as trying to get I don't think the fabric and everything's best until next month, so we'll have a look at that. But we'll have eggs to sell, lettuces to sell, and we've got all of the other little bits of products, cheese, butter, all that sort of stuff. I will also check what we've got in storage, make sure nothing's good. We've got sunflower oil to go as well today. So yeah, there's quite a few bits to get sold. Right, so we're loaded up. We got 2,000 of mushrooms, 17,000 of the lettuces, 11,000 sunflower, 6,000 egg, and 1,000 cheese. Which there should be some butter on there as well, so I'm presuming we're not quite strapped right. Well, we should get it when we get to the sell point anyway. So the wool is best next month, and so is the fabric. So we'll leave that until next month because we want to get the best for it. It's quite a significant difference, so it's best just to leave it for another month. It's not going to hurt. But this load should bring us or net us quite a bit of money anyway. So we'll quickly run up to the farmer's market and we'll get all the bits and bobs sold. Obviously the eggs are at their worst or virtually worst time, so I'm not expecting too much out of them at the moment. But the rest of it should net quite a lot. I know the sunflower oil is best this month, so it should be worth a fair few thousand. So let's pull into here and let's get it all sold. So hopefully we can get it in a one payment. There we go. £223,000 plus 21,000 environmental, which should nicely bring us on to buying the field we all want. So if we get this, oh, just a bit bumpy that bit there. Should have looked behind us, we just hit the rocks. But yeah, no, we should be able to buy field 10 now next to the cow barn, which will be really nice. And then we can, we'll get it bought. So where are we? Field 10's what we're after. 536,000. Oh, it's less than I thought actually. So it does leave us quite a bit of money left, which is even better. We're going to purchase the soil information. It's got a nice bead loam through it, so it's not a bad field really. But what we need to look into is, can we do cotton? If we can't do cotton, we will get it ripped up and we'll put a different type of crop in there. So we might be able to do a bit more sorghum, soybeans, something, or, you know, we'll put something in there. But yeah, it still leaves us with £206,000. So not a bad morning on the old selling. We'll run this back to the yard now. I think the worker drilling, he is nearly done. So we'll move him out of that field as well. We'll move the roller tractor over there. To be fair, I might actually just leave the low loader here because we are going to be taking the wool and the fabric. Because we've got one fabric now, which is good, because at least we're going to get that good price in April. And we'll take all of that next month. But we need the lorry for moving manure and milk over here. So we'll get this pulled up just here. That dropped off. And then at least we can get it loaded up if we get 5 minutes. And then it's ready to take next month. But we need the lorry down yonder, so we'll run it down there while checking on the worker drilling the sunflowers. If he is done, we will ooh, don't know what happened there. We will get the roller on the job and we'll get it all rolled. I do find when you pull out of that entrance, sometimes it flings you straight into the bush, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, no, we'll get the roller over there. We'll get it rolled. And once it's all rolled, we should be able to just carry on carting the slurry and everything back and forth. That cotton field we bought as well, I would imagine it hasn't got any fertiliser on it, so we can actually get a bit of wool on that. Get a bit of fert on that, digest and slurry. So I've just brought this back here. We'll probably move the milk next, to be honest. But it's out of the way, so we'll just go check on him. He's still working, but he's stuck. do find that they sometimes just get stuck. Right. So he's got an empty tank now, so we'll keep taking him back to go get slurry. I would like to get a bit bigger tractor for this as well. Bit like the other case, really. Something with a bit more power. But yeah, he hadn't done too badly one tank, so we'll go get it filled up. I think we've got probably 2 more loads of slurry, and then we'll be into the digest, which is a bit longer, bit further to go. We might be able to get a slurry tanker and transfer it. I'm not sure if you can do that, but if we can, it would be ideal for us, and then we don't have to. We can just bring the whole lot over in one hit, and then just keep topping it up from there. But yeah, I'll get this filled up. I'll check in on that quad track again, and then we'll move the roller trailer down there. Right, so let's have a look to see if there's anything vintage we can do our cotton with. Because if not, we will go put the cultivator on and we'll rip it up, and then we can put something in that we can use. So, cotton harvesters. Now there is a hand pushable one, but it's 1.4 meters wide. I think that might just be bit too small. I don't think any of these are old. Nope. So then we go to our vegetable harvester. It can't do it either. It was always worth a look, because sometimes they can surprise you what they can do. So if we go look at lorries, we've got these ones, and these do all types of crops, but I don't think. No. So we are going to have to rip it up, because we've got nothing we can buy to pick the cotton. So let's drop the trailer, then the plant bug drill even, and let's go get the cultivator. Let's get cultivating, and then we can, once he's finished spreading this field, we can get that field spread as well with some fertilizer, and then we'll put something like, we could even put soybeans in again. The only other thing we've got to check, I've done the majority of the selling now. We've also moved the milk over to the dairy, so there's 41,000 litres now in the dairy, so that should keep it busy for a few days anyway. So if we have a look, it's 41,000, it takes 72, so should keep it going plenty. So we will be needing a sugar mill at some stage. That's still going. Yeah, so it's looking good. So what we just need to double check is the corn sells in June, and the soybeans are in June. So yeah, we've got nothing else. I suppose we could move this. Could move the rest of the sunflowers now into the mill and get them, or we could just sell them directly for a bit of top up. Probably just get them moved over when we get 5 minutes. Get them making us a few extra pennies. Doesn't matter if we sell those pallets any point of the year. Just today's the best, so it's always worth keeping them when you're so close to it. But if we've got to wait a whole year. But we will have another big field, because field 33 is now a full field of sunflowers. So this is our new field just here. Now it's not as big as field 5. I don't think many things are. So let's have a look. So field 5 is 7.86 hectares and field 10 is 5.15. So it's not too dissimilar. And it will make us a really good field. So we will need to fertilise it and we'll get it spread. But we'll rip all this cotton up now because it is honestly no use to us. So we'll I'll start ripping it up, and then we'll keep an eye on the worker. Well, actually, to be fair, let's just put that on a worker for a second, because the other thing I wanted to have a look at, while we've got a bit of spare money, could just do with another 30 mile an hour tractor with a bit of power. So what's this one? Could go for something like this. That's only 24 mile an hour though. That's one we've got. Is it? Yeah, a lot of these are only 24 mile an hour, and I kind of want 30 mile an hour tractors just to keep. Just because some of the fields are quite far away. Especially because I want to just basically use it for manure spreading. Don't know how old this one is. Nice tractor though. Anyway, let's carry on looking through what we have. Could get a Unimog. So that's the Fiat we've got, which is 180 horsepower, I believe. Yeah, I think we've got the 180 horsepower version, so it's not too bad. It does 30 mile an hour, but it's just starting to struggle with some of the bigger stuff. I don't think there's anything in here. So our next option is we get a big horsepower case. Something like that. So if we put a big weight on the front, let's go maximum. So that'll take it 261. Funky rear tyres. What front stars have we got? 140. I think we might do that. It'd be nice to have another big horsepower, so that would give us 261 horsepower for £143,000. So here it is. Big old beast. So another tractor to the fleet, the ever-growing fleet. But I do like how lovely and wide those rear tyres are. It does look really good. And with that, I'm thinking, now we've got the digest as well, should we get another slurry tanker? They're not overly expensive. And then we could be doing 2 lots of carting. Just keep on top of the job a bit better. Especially when we're so close now to planting season. We want to make sure we've got all the work done, so we're just not using that fertilizer as much. I think these are all too new. So it looks like we'll be going for exactly the same model again. dribble bar. So what's the splash one? So it's 13 meters. Let me just have a look to see what the dribble bar is. Does it have a... No, it doesn't. I think we'll just get it with a splash plate. Yeah, let's get it built pretty much the same as our last one. And then we'll run this one up to... the digest, and we'll start doing digest. £17,500. They're not overly expensive really for what it'll do for us. But it does look like this tractor will actually do 26 miles an hour. So it's a bit slower than 30, but it's not too bad. And then at least we can now have a tractor on the roller, a couple of tractors on slurry, and this one will be able to run the cultivator as well with no problem, and the drill. But we have got the quad track for that. But it's always nice to have even more tractors on the farm. So it does 27. So yeah, it's actually the same as the Fiat. So I'm going to run this all the way over to the BGA now, and we'll pick up a load of digest, and then I can start ferrying between the two or spreading one myself, and then we can really try and nail in this field work. So we've just been spreading our first bit of digest with the new case. I'm going to head back over there and get the next load, and then we will set him up in the field that we are now cultivating. But I think we are going to leave it there today, guys. Apart from I keep crashing. We've done no end, and we've managed to buy ourselves an even more field and a new tractor. So we've achieved quite a lot today, more than I was expecting. And then to next episode we will be buying, well, we will be selling the wool and the fabric, and that should give us a nice bit of extra top up cash. And if we've got enough, I think we'll aim to buy the sugar mill, because now we've got the sugar beet on in the ground. We definitely need to make sure we can get a sugar mill, and I don't want one of those little ones. I want one of the bigger ones that can really output a lot of sugar, because I think it'll be nice if we can keep on top of it, and then we can start making some really expensive products with our dairy and our cows. So it is all coming together. So if you've liked today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, please leave them below. And if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, you'll get a notification of when, hopefully, we buy the new sugar mill. And there's our new case, the 7 250. She's an absolute beaut. Right, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.